Imagine walking through the California desert, and then, out of nowhere, you stumble upon a paradise that shouldn't exist. In vast fields of emerald green, cannabis swaying gently in the desert breeze. Welcome to Tyson Ranch, a high-end oasis built by one of the most feared men in boxing history. A man who once ruled the ring with pure chaos and power, and somehow turned that same fire into fortune. Today, we step inside this one-of-a-kind empire, exploring his wealth, his world, and the evolution of Iron Mike. So hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell, because this isn't just a story about luxury. It's a story about redemption, power, and reinvention. By 1988, he was earning over $30 million per fight, and Forbes ranked him among the highest-paid athletes on earth. His homes were palaces. A 21-room mansion in Connecticut. Marble floors, gold-plated fixtures, chandeliers that sparkled like title belts. Another estate in Maryland worth over $4.5 million, complete with indoor pools, a private gym, and even a recording studio. And that was just the beginning. Then came the cars, not just any cars, but rolling monuments to excess. A fleet of 5 Rolls-Royces, each one custom-built to scream status. The Rolls-Royce Corniche convertible, Tyson's favorite at the time, glided through Vegas like royalty on wheels. Then came the Bentley Continental T, a 6.75-liter beast, handcrafted in England, known for its brute torque and elegance. Tyson loved the way it combined luxury and aggression, just like him. Next, the Ferrari F50, one of the rarest supercars on Earth. Only 349 were ever made. Its V12 engine screamed at 8,000 revolutions per minute, the same sound Tyson called music for killers. And of course, the Lamborghini Diablo VT, the car every 90s superstar dreamed of. Low, wide, and dangerously loud. It cost him over $300,000, but to him, it was never about money. It was about dominance, even on the streets. Then there was the Jaguar XJ220, the crown jewel, the fastest car in the world at the time, capable of hitting 212 miles per hour. Tyson didn't just buy it. He made it a centerpiece, parking it under custom lighting in his mansion's garage like a museum piece. When he drove through Las Vegas, heads didn't just turn, traffic stopped. But Tyson wasn't just collecting cars. He was collecting symbols of power. He once purchased 3 Bengal tigers for $70,000 each, complete with a custom-built habitat and a full-time animal trainer who earned $125,000 a year. Those tigers weren't pets. They were living metaphors for the man himself. Beautiful, dangerous, untamed. And when it came to gifts, Tyson was as generous as he was reckless. He famously bought his first wife, Robin Givens, a 24-karat gold bathtub worth $2 million. He'd hand out luxury watches to friends and strangers, some worth $100,000 or more, just because he felt like it. One of his diamond-studded Rolexes alone was valued at over $400,000. His jewelry box shimmered like a small fortune. Thick gold chains, diamond bracelets, and championship rings that caught the light like tiny suns. He even had a private security guard whose full-time job was to walk around dressed in military gear, shouting guerrilla warfare for $300,000 a year. It was a life of extremes, excess on top of excess. And in 1992, the headlines turned darker than ever. Convicted of rape, sentenced to 6 years in prison, the world watched the fall of a god. The man who once ruled the ring now sat behind bars, stripped of glory, freedom, and identity. To the public, he was a monster. But behind those cold, concrete walls, something unexpected began to take shape. Tyson, for the first time in his life, was alone with himself. No crowd, no entourage, no noise. He spent his days reading philosophy, studying history, exploring faith. He embraced Islam, and through discipline and introspection, began to understand the man behind the myth. When Mike Tyson finally stepped away from the ring, the world thought his story had ended. But the truth? It was only just beginning. Because the man who once destroyed opponents with his fists was now building something bigger with his mind. He retreated to the quiet desert lands of California, far from the noise of fame and the ghosts of his past. There, he began to rebuild his empire, not through punches but through purpose. In 2018, Tyson Ranch was born, a 420-acre paradise dedicated to wellness, cannabis, and clean living. The Tyson Ranch isn't just a business, it's a statement. Luxury cabins, glamping tents, a lazy river, music festivals, and of course, his premium cannabis line. Tyson turned marijuana into a lifestyle empire, drawing A-list celebrities, athletes, and investors to his vision. He created Tyson 2.0, a global cannabis brand with products sold across America and beyond. And here's the twist. The very thing that once almost destroyed him became his greatest comeback. Today, his cannabis brand is worth tens of millions, generating steady revenue every year. Tyson himself earns over $700,000 per month from the venture, not to mention endorsement deals, podcasts, and appearances. From the chaos of the ring to the calm of business, Iron Mike became a monk with a mansion. His lifestyle now, a mix of wild luxury and deep reflection. Tyson owns a lavish mansion in Las Vegas, filled with rare art, exotic pets, and memorabilia that tells his story. He cruises around in Rolls Royces and Ferraris, yet you'll often find him barefoot, meditating, or tending to his pigeons, the same creatures that once gave a lost kid from Brooklyn a sense of peace. Behind the legend, behind the roar, there's just a man, a father, a husband, a soul finally at peace. Today, Mike Tyson's life is quiet, grounded. He lives in Las Vegas with his wife, Lakia Spicer, and their 2 children. Their relationship wasn't born from the spotlight. It was forged through forgiveness, understanding, and love that survived the storms. To his kids, he's not Iron Mike. He's Dad. He cooks breakfast, cracks jokes, and drops lessons like punches, sharp but full of love. He often says his children are his true championship belts, the only trophies that matter. When he speaks now, there's weight in his words, the kind that comes from surviving everything and still choosing peace. Your support means the world and helps us keep bringing you the stories you love.